Hey, girlfriend, you know who you are. You have big, big dreams. You want to write a book, stand on a TED Talk stage, be a life coach offering wisdom from your RV in Montana, a cafe in Barcelona, or a beach chair in Tulum. Your other girlfriends and your family, they don't always get your biz savvy. Why do you want to leave your JOB? Because you're a C.A.T.S, aka coach, author, thought leader, and speaker. Meet other change makers like yourself and find out how they make it happen. This is the Big Meow podcast.
Welcome to the Big Meow podcast brought to you by C.A.T.S Network. I'm your host, Angela Howard, and I'm here today with Joan Michelson, who has a business called Electric Ladies Podcast. Love that. And Green Connections Media. And she helps clients seize the opportunities in the new ESG economy. And I'm going to tell you what that means. The new environment, social, and governance economy. So welcome, Joan. We're dying to hear more about you.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. And thank you for the invitation, Angela. I feel like I should have cat ears on. Sorry.
Well, you can. You really can. We're thinking about probably sending them out to podcast guests beforehand.
Oh, that's a great idea. I would love that. Yeah. You know, it's funny. My brother used to have Halloween parties, and my sister and I both showed up as cats without planning. It was like really bizarre. Yeah.
Well, our CAT stand for coaches, authors, thought leaders, and speakers. So that is your audience. So tell us more about your business. I know you got two things going on here, but your consulting business.
Yeah, so I support businesses and professionals in seizing the opportunities in the economy created by addressing climate change, which includes energy, sustainability, climate, and as you say, ESG. And ESG is about the constellation of the environmental issues and also addressing the social issues, diversity, taking care of people in the workplace, and obviously COVID brought a lot of that to bear. And the G part is about accountability and transparency. So there are so many opportunities in this economy there's the growth of reporting systems and software systems and contracts. I mean, a lot of companies don't quite know what to do or how to do it. But the other one is there are so many jobs that are being created. I mean, entire industries are being created by this new economy. And a lot of people don't know. Their first reaction is, oh, I'm lost, or I don't belong here. And actually, everybody belongs there because every skill is needed, and the innovations that are coming out create so many opportunities. So I help people seize those opportunities, both for their businesses and their careers, particularly women.
Well, so this is very interesting because I kind of want to do a little deeper dive on the ESG economy, these opportunities. Describe that a little bit more. How would a person find out if you're a coach? Do they need coaches? Do they need teachers? What is this economy you're talking about?
So if you think about what climate change is, right, and what addressing it means we have to create new forms of energy. It means we have to protect our infrastructure. It means we have to teach people about their own habits and their own behaviors. And it means that we also have to report these things and how we're doing this, if we're a business, to the government, to regulators, to other sources, even in requests for proposal. RFPs now are requiring that people report their diversity figures, but also how they're reducing their carbon emissions and how what kinds of energy they're using in their business, what kind of sustainable practices they're doing, like recycling, or is just a kind of common one that everybody knows about. But there are so many. I mean, you can use countertops made from recycled tires. You can use, building office furniture made from recycled wood. I mean, there's so many options. And the heating and cooling systems in buildings, and every one of these entities need the same things that every other business needs. They need talent, they need HR, they need finance, they need communications, they need IT, they need management. So they need every kind of skill.
So I'm curious now, what inspired you to consult others that are heading into this type of businesses or in this type of economy? What inspired you?
Well, first of all, I got into this economy when I was recruited by Chrysler to head up communications and co-head the sales and marketing for their electric car division. And I had never worked even in the car business at all. I was a bit of a Martian from outer space, to be honest. But I fell in love with these incredibly talented people doing incredible things that were making the world a better place, making money, having fun, having rewarding careers and businesses. And so when I left Chrysler, I wanted to stay in that space. And to be candid, I just started getting asked for help. I mean, I started talking to some companies about going back in house, but I kept getting asked for help. Well, can you just help me with this? Can you speak at my event here? And then I was asked to do a show on somebody's network, and my show was born. And I decided that all of these opportunities are amazing, but there aren't enough women in the space, that women were not seizing the opportunities of the careers and of the business opportunities in this space. And so I focus and my show and a lot of my work on increasing the visibility of women in STEM, in the clean energy, sustainability, and climate economy for that reason, so that women can really seize these opportunities. But to be honest, I started getting asked to do this, and I'm also a journalist. I write for Forbes and I write for other publications, and I would interview people and write stories about stuff, and people would call me or email me or find me on social media and say, oh, you wrote about thus and such. I could really, we really need some help with that.
Mm-hmm. So that's how your career was born. So is there opportunity for other entrepreneur businesses or entrepreneur women who want to do something, get out of the corporate world like you did, but step into their own business in this economy that you're working in?
Absolutely. There's opportunity in every aspect. No matter what you do, there's an opportunity. So let's say, for example, you do, if you're in the energy sector, there's tons of that. If you're an HR person, they need talent, they need to recruit talent, they need to train talent. If you're in IT or finance, they need to know how to manage their books and how importantly, how to measure their impact. That's what a lot of the reporting is, particularly the ESG reporting and sustainability reports, is you have to be able to measure your carbon emissions, and you have to be able to measure what the diversity profile is of your organization at every level. So there's opportunity no matter what your skill set is, really. And what I find with my clients is a lot of times, Angela, I think you'll get a kick out of this, but I describe who we are in our businesses as a jigsaw puzzle. And each part of who we are and each skill that we bring is a piece of that puzzle. And so what I work with people on is figuring out how to move the puzzle pieces around a little bit to see where they can seize the opportunities in this new economy. Because a lot of people don't realize that their passion for cars, even though they're an HR person, can work in growing an EV business, for example.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what piece of advice or what little nugget of wisdom would you give somebody who is thinking about this industry, but, kind of in the closet about it and like wanting to come out of the closet? What is that nugget of advice or inspiration you can give us?
So I would say, instead of looking at it as other over here, I would say, look at the skills and the capabilities and the services or the products that you bring, that you have now, what you can do, what you offer now. And think about what kinds of organizations might benefit from that, who are in the green economy. I mean, even if let's say your clients now are accounting firms. I've done a lot with accounting firms, and I worked at Deloitte. They're in the middle of all this because they have to do the accounting of it, right? They have to enumerate it. They have to verify the data that's in these reports. And so I would say, no matter who your clients are or what your services and products are, think about where they might fit and where they might be needed in the green economy. It can be infrastructure, it can be real estate, it can be clothing. I've done a lot on sustainable fashion. It can be in household stuff. It can be in vehicles. Energy runs our economy, and every aspect of our economy can be done more sustainably. So don't think about it as lost. Think about where do I fit in? Look for the opportunities, open the aperture.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. So how do we find you?
Oh, you're so kind. So my website is really the best. It's electricladiespodcast.com, and everything is there. My podcast is there. My articles are there. My coaching and consulting is there. And I will say that people can reach out to me there as a contact us page, or well, they'll see where to reach me on that platform. And if they mention that they came and heard me with you and on the Big Meow, then they'll be entered to win a free 20-minute coaching session with me. So they have to remember, you have to remember to mention Angela Howard and
Big
or
Meow.
I'll say the Big Meow.
Yeah.
And you'll be entered to win. And who knows, I've met some wonderful people this way by being on other people's shows and offering. So it's really fun. Yeah, it's really
It's
great.
fun. Thank you so much for offering that.
You're welcome. Thank you
for all of our
me.
cats. And thank you for spending time with us and your busy, busy day today with us on the Big Meow. And we wish you
my
all the great luck in the future too.
Thank you, Angela. It's my pleasure. Thanks for the invitation. Take care.
Yes,
Have a great day.
All right, you too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Big Meow podcast, sponsored by C.A.T.S Network. If you liked what you heard, please take a moment to subscribe and share this podcast with your friends. You can also join our network filled with positivity and possibility. Visit www.catsnetworking.com to join us and learn more, together with your magical, motivated, and mystical new friends at C.A.T.S Network. Let's transform 1 million lives with your message. Are you feeling isolated sitting at home in your PJs? Or perhaps you're tired of the comfy sweatpants with holes in them that are hidden just below the camera? I mean, you could puke at the thought of another day of Zoom meetings and reporting to your BOSS. Do you want freedom from your home office desk or the office cubicle? Do you want freedom from your current career? Or are you frustrated that your online biz dreams are going nowhere? It's all too overwhelming. Where do you start? All the tech, the choices, and your message. Yep, I said your message, your brand, your voice. What is it? Do you even know what that means? Do you need a biz coach but don't want to invest the big bucks? Let's face it, being a solopreneur is lonely, but you don't have to do it alone. And here's a solution. Join C.A.T.S Network. C.A.T.S Network is a woman-only membership community exclusively available to you, the life coach or executive coach, the author, the thought leader, or the public speaker. If you identify with this list or want to work on adding some of these to your skill set, C.A.T.S is the place for you. Check us out at www.catsnetworking.com. That's C.A.T.S networking.com. Because let's face it, cats are better together.